The maze is twisting, you're all twisting. Do you plan to see what you're missing? The sound of a bell from a tiny adventurer signals a new beginning.
Hello everybody,
I'm so right, Flex.
Skybound, and we've just finished watching episode 5 of My Hero Academia, or Boku no Hero Academia. Yeah, we're just going to jump right into the review, starting with Starlight.
Right, well, yeah, because we've literally just finished it, and what the hell? I mean, that bit, and just, so he basically managed to control his power, by reducing it just to his finger, and managed to knock it like 700 meters away, just using his fingertip, just so he didn't have to break his entire arm. I mean, that's like, what? Like, just, all I can say is that was like out of nowhere. I did not know how he was going to get around that at all. That was completely surprising, and yeah, it's quite interesting to show how the first sort of like, I suppose, test that it has really is like one of these really over the top ones. It's interesting to see there is actually somebody with a quirk that's like capable of removing other quirks and things, which is actually quite interesting because that's make him a really strong character, really. So yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything else to say really, other than yeah, another good episode really. I mean, there's a lot of parallels again I see in this episode where there's been cases where he has to work harder than other people. Again, this just reminds me of people with various learning difficulties, and I'm not saying that in a bad way because I myself have had problems with that myself, and I often see this multiple times and how he's having to learn to do, you know, how he's learning to overcome this, because he's basically having to learn it at much older age, how to deal with having these, you know, having a quirk. He's still learning how to do it all, while all of the, you know, characters basically probably already developed their quirks. So it's quite, yeah, I'd say that again, another good episode. We'll give it about 8. I'd definitely give it about 8. So, your thoughts?
Yeah, so that episode sure was, it sure was something. I think it's really interesting how they're sort of developing the episode so far. So it's not like after just one episode of using All Might, he can suddenly, you know, use it to the full extent of his ability. He's still breaking his body when he performs All Might. But what he did at the end of that episode, kind of, it showed he had some level of control at least over the power, even if maybe he didn't realise it, because obviously he can't seem to focus how much power he puts out. It's either, as All Might said, it's either 0 or 100, but he is able to control where it focuses, because he managed to focus it just on his finger, so he only broke his finger. Which is actually a really good idea, because if they've only got, what, 3 or so challengers left, he's still got 3 more fingers.
Yeah, so I suppose in that case, yeah, he would be able to at least still be able to perform in other cases. It's kind of like he's having to learn how to direct that energy first. And then he will probably learn how to control the amount of energy.
Yeah. What I have to wonder, though, is at the moment he's using his finger, right, to excel all that power. Does that mean that he will become one poke man?
Oh God!
One poke!
Oh God! Yeah, it's like it's one punch, but where just one figure is 10 times. Yeah, just it'd be like, you know. It's like,
I don't even want to imagine what would happen if he tries to boop someone. Just launches them off into space.
Yeah, not into space on the opposite side of the universe, sort of instantly. That's how much power you would have.
But that's essentially what his career's going to be. I think you know he can't stop breaking his fingers through power, so he just pokes people to death, or not death, I suppose.
Pokes people to death.
Honestly, that
One boot man.
yeah, there we go. One boot man. That would be a fantastic quirk, you know. Heaven forbid he tries to head pat some. Yeah.
Just instantly goes down.
It'd be like a goddamn whack-a-mole.
Boot, head pat, goes through the middle of it.
Especially if you have that girl who's got like the gravity powers.
Oh God!
Suddenly gravity. Just instantly crushed by that. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the episode that we just watched where throwing the ball with the finger. Very fascinating technique, very good way of going about it, and very clever way. That erasure power, that seems a bit of a weird one to me. So like his literal quirk is being able to erase the quirks of other people. I mean, we haven't really seen the extent of that power, but that seems quite a villainy thing, doesn't it?
It does
like,
sound...
what actual purpose would there be for someone to be able to remove a quirk from someone, if not villainous? You know, it's one of those weird ones where I can't
wanted
really...
to stop a villain in its tracks.
I suppose, yeah. So it's one of those things where it could be used either for good very easily, or very easily for evil, especially when you're in a world which is like 80% filled with people with quirks, you know.
Yeah.
And while I don't think that he can do anything with them, he can just kind of take them and give them hack.
Well, we don't know yet because we haven't seen the extent
Yeah.
as we said. So.
But it's just a really interesting quirk to have, because to me it's like that sounds more like something a villain would have rather than a hero.
Well, we don't know. Maybe a former villain or something.
Maybe. All we know is he looks like he's out of some kind of RPG game from, like, I don't even know. He's got that sort of classic sort of, that kind of beard thing going on, that unshaven look, the weird neck bandages things. He looks actually like he's straight out of an RPG.
Yeah, but to be fair, as far as the villainous side of things, you could say Snape from Harry Potter, you know, because...
I mean, yeah...
Because he had this sort of vibe of being a villain, and well, I'm trying to remember... But yeah, anyway, let's not go into that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say the direct comparison for me would be Snape. I'm not sure who the best comparison would be, to be honest, but I just found him quite interesting. And I kind of hope we see more of him, because I'm curious about his powers. But what I'm also curious about is if Midoriya is going to continue the challenges using the whole, you know, one finger each type of method, or if... depending on what the different challenges are, is he just going to break some other part of his body? I'm also wondering if in like the next episode, whether he does start to learn to control that power. I'm wondering how fast they're going to progress it.
Or that his fingers and body parts start to get more stronger themselves, so they can actually cope with going for.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because at the moment they've really been progressing his character at a very sort of steady pace, haven't they? They haven't really been rushing him into these things.
No, but that's actually made it interesting because they can at least focus on one aspect.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so all in all, that was an episode I really did enjoy, and it was definitely very entertaining to see. And I'm really happy to see, just in general, more characters coming up, and I hope we get to learn more about them. I did see the, briefly at least, the frog girl. I think her name is Suyu or something, Suyu?
She's apparently one of the more popular characters.
Yeah, from what I understand, she's a very popular character. Mainly because I've seen like loads of like pictures of her with like best girl stamped to them. So apparently a lot of people like the froggy girl. So I can only you know, theorise why that would be the case. Anyway,
Oh God! I've seen them.
Anyway,
yeah, okay, yeah. Can you see how that would work? Yeah.
Anyway,
unfortunately,
my episode rating for this was 8.5, and leaving you with that vision in your heads. I hope.
We should point out the reaction is below.
Oh yeah.
We didn't mention that, did we?
Oh yeah. By the way, things in the bottom. Click it.
You
Click
probably
it, go to
already
our
clicked it
reaction.
now anyway, to be fair, entirely fair. If you haven't,
You guys can read, right?
you can read and you can. You can.
Please tell me you can.
Please tell me you can, and you can actually see it in the description. Come on.
You know, if you can read, just write.
God damn it, we were amateurs at this.
You know, yeah. Anyway, I don't even know where we're going with this. So that's all from me, Skybound,
Starlight Flex.
and we will see you for the next episode of Boku no Hero Academia.
Christ, we were
Goodbye.
amateurs with this.